Hello and welcome to the fourth week of our course, Designing Resilient Housing. Thank you all for joining us this past Saturday for our fourth virtual meeting where we had a chance to discuss your work. And thanks to the teams who presented the research on the from the previous assignments and also their housing design. Particularly congratulations to Team Parachute Design. Working in the Philippines. So at this point of the course, we really would like to have the teams established. We want to know who is working with who, what your topic is. By the end of this week, we would like to close the assignment, the sign up for the course, and to know really well who is working with who and how your collaboration is going. So we invite you by the next meeting on Saturday to have confirmed these parts of your collaboration and participation. In this week, we'll be focusing on completing the design assignment. We have so far about 15 teams who have signed for the course, and only 2 of them presented the housing design assignment this past Saturday. So we want everyone to submit their assignment by Saturday, by our next virtual meeting, when we will also be giving you feedback on your projects. So this is for the week, complete your designs. Those who are ahead of the game and have been working already on the design, as we saw from the 2 teams that presented this last weekend, we would like to get into the actual aggregation design. And the aggregation means aggregation could be interpreted in a few different ways. So first of all, you have the aggregation in the scale of the house. You have one module, which is the module of the basic unit of the house, the 50 square meters or 40 to 50 square meters unit that we're designing according to the criteria that we looked at. So that 50 square meters module contains the bathroom, the kitchen, and the space, the living room, and then the bedroom. You may wish to unify everything to have kind of the bedroom and the living room together as one larger space, because in some cultures, as we spoke, it's appropriate to have everyone and everything happening in the same space. For other cultures, you really need to be able to separate the bedroom from the living room. So, focus on understanding what is the most appropriate solution for the culture where you're working, and then getting from there to your unit, and then from the growth. So from this small module that we first designed, 50 square meters, we would like to see how the house is actually able to grow. All right, so let's say that first you have a family that is of anywhere between 2 and 5 people living in this space. Let's say that it's a small 1-bedroom apartment. And then from this space, you want to see how it expands. So how can you add additional bedrooms, or how you can expand the living room to make it bigger so that you have more people who can visit you and join you for dinner, for example, and so on. So this kind of growth is something that we want to understand how it happens. You can grow it either by adding additional bedrooms on the side, or you can turn the space that you have now into one large living space and then attach bedrooms next to it as kind of new units. So, it's almost like a plug-in cities that Archigram designed in the 60s. So it's a flexible module, it's a flexible composition in which you are able to grow whatever module you're starting from. And this is really the assignment for the week. Then after that, we would like to see also your strategy for growth, not just for the house, but for the neighborhood. So let's say we want to see how you would be able to merge a few houses next to each other. So if you're working with detached houses, like for example some projects in Nepal that we discussed in our meetings, in the precedent studies, or for example the elemental projects in Chile where you have basically detached houses where the architects left half of the house empty so that the inhabitants can complete it and build it afterwards. In your case, you have to see what is your strategy for growing and for adding, stacking houses next to each other. So you can either think about, having independent houses, and every house has its garden and open space around it, so it's totally separate from the others. Or you can think about houses that are detached. So you have one house, and then they share a wall with another house, and then another house, and so on and so. So basically you build a row of houses, as we have seen in some of the precedents. So this is it for the week. As I mentioned, we need to confirm your team, you need to confirm your project, and to really complete the design by this coming Saturday, when we will be discussing it at our 5th virtual meeting on Saturday. So thanks for being with us. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Really use this opportunity to meet with others, to meet with the professors and teaching assistants, and to get real-time feedback on your design.